What's going on, interwebs? Playing some Destiny, a game I have not personally played in months. I actually had to reinstall it for this video. I left Taken King installed and all that other bullshit installed, you know, on the off chance I decided to play it again. And it's a good thing I did, because I only had to install the game. The add-ons were still there. But playing some Destiny because I'm talking about the Rise of Iron DLC, and is it worth the money for you to buy it? Which is a common trend on my channel, because I like to give insight to you guys who are like me and are very conscious about your spending, because your spending matters, because you don't have a lot of disposable income, so to speak. And I understand the struggle, and the struggle is real, and the struggle is harsh, and the struggle will fuck you in your ass repeatedly. So I understand, you know, where you guys are coming from, because I'm in the same boat, even as a YouTuber, fresh and budding YouTuber. I can't afford many upcoming games that I would love to play for you guys, and play for myself too, but play for you guys, and do like Easter eggs, or, you know, like, you know, some games have those hidden little things tucked away for some achievement, you know, like Call of Duty in their intel. But financials being an issue, and this is where I can understand where you guys are coming from. Is a $30 DLC worth the $30? Because, I mean, $30 is half of a full-fledged, fleshed-out game. And there are some really decent upcoming games coming out that definitely have more bang for their buck than Destiny Rise of Iron. You know, nothing against Destiny. I actually enjoyed Destiny, but I'm not so blinded by how much I enjoyed the game that I don't notice the hubris that is Destiny. And to spend $30 on a DLC that's very limited, when you could just save 30 extra bucks and get like Skyrim Special Edition, which is the entire game and all of its DLCs, which is a infinitely better buy for someone, especially if they've never even played Skyrim. It is infinitely a better buy than a $30 DLC, which only has 5 missions, like 1 or 2 extra strikes and an extra raid, which you need friends for, or are somehow able to find people to play with. And yes, I know Xbox is eventually going to come out with an update that has matchmaking. You know, it's like the websites where you looking for group websites. There's a lot of them for fucking Destiny, and there's even some on the Reddit. But if you watched E3 like me, you saw that they're coming out with an app like that, you know, like a looking for group app for the Xbox. I'm not sure when that update's supposed to come out, but until then, you gotta go through like third-party websites, or if you're lucky enough to have friends that actually play Destiny and actually play it a lot, well, you could play with those guys. But for the discerning gamer who doesn't have a lot of cash to burn and doesn't have that option, and doesn't like the looking for group websites because it's always a fucking shit show for the most part, it's probably not worth your money, to be honest. For someone who has the system in place for playing with friends, or is comfortable enough with the third-party websites that they can get a decently good, solid group, by all means, you know, if you've got the cash to burn, go ahead and buy it. But for someone like me who doesn't have the cash to piss away, it's limited. It's very limited. It's not like you're buying a whole game. It's not like it's an indie game or anything, because Earthlock, the free with gold game right now, its base price, if you go look at it in the store, is $30, but it's a full-fledged, fleshed-out indie game. This is just a DLC, and the only thing you get with it are a handful of new weapons Most of them, if not all of them, are exotic. You could probably count them on one hand. New armor, raid gear, maybe class items, some other shit. But there's just not that much to do. There's new Crucible match types, there's the raid, there's either 1 or 2 new strikes, and then the story missions, which there are only 5. Because I watched the Achievement Hunter guys play the first 3. It was Jack, Trevor, I think it was Trevor. No, it was Jack, Gavin, and Matt Bragg. They played the first 3, and then they mentioned that there was 2 others, and that Jeff, Ryan, and Jeremy would play those. So there's only 5 story missions. I mean, there's like a handful of achievements for that too. But there's only like 5 story missions, a couple strikes, if there even is 2 strikes. I think there's only 1. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. And then the raid, which is a bitch to find a group for anyway, unless you have friends that play Destiny and enjoy playing the raids. Because a fresh new raid is frustrating as fuck. Because there's always, like, you're trying to find the secrets, like, trying to do it, trying to figure out how to do it. And there's always those groups of people that are looking for, like, the cheater way to do it. Which, hey, I don't knock it. I fucking soloed Crota. Well, after they patched the sword thing where you could sword glitch across the fucking bridge. I could only do up unto that part, but I still got the first, like, piece of armor or gear or whatever I got for clearing the first section. But I did it, but it's just not worth it, really. It's not worth $30 just to have that handful of stuff, and it's only a DLC that you're gonna finish in a few hours, not counting the raid, because like I said, you gotta figure it out, you gotta figure out how to beat it, and then if you don't like how to beat it, there's always gonna be that chance that you're gonna try to figure out how to cheat the system. There's gonna be lots of hours of people just trying to figure out how to cheat the system. It's definitely not worth it. In my opinion. This is just my opinion. There are a lot of hardcore Destiny players that think, fuck you, there's plenty to do for $30. But for the average Joe gamer like me who doesn't, you know, spend countless hours or whatever playing this game, you know, it's just not worth it. Especially if money is tight and your situation is limited. You're better off just saving that $30 and saving even more money to get a better game. In my opinion, a better game, in the sense that it's more fleshed out, more to it. Like I said, I mean, this is just a DLC to a main game, which, again, you can't even play this DLC, you can't even play Rise of Iron without the Taken King DLC. If you look at the Rise of Iron DLC in the store, it says it requires Taken King. So if you don't have the Taken King, you still need to buy that too in order to buy Rise of Iron. And Taken King, I believe, was $40 or $35. So it's like between $30 and $40.
Something's wrong with this
and
picture.
I own Taken King, and even I will tell you it wasn't worth the money it cost. And it's sad to say, but I have played Destiny since almost its inception, and I have never once, in my entire time playing Destiny, finished a raid except one time. One time. And that was Atheon, and that was months after the fact he became irrelevant. And I didn't even get anything good. I did get Chatterwhite, if that's any consolation. But for someone whose playstyle is like mine, where you've only managed to finish one fucking raid, and it was one that was obsolete, and the fucking drops didn't even matter, Rise of Iron is probably not for you. It most certainly isn't. You're better off saving your money for something like Skyrim Special Edition, hell, Watch Dogs 2, though you might want to wait on that one, because from what I understand, the first Watch Dogs was a huge letdown, so you might want to wait until you see what kind of thing Watch Dogs 2 is. But even then, if you wait even longer, if those aren't your playstyle, if you wait even longer, fuck, Ghost Recon Wildlands is coming out in like January or something, and there's a few other games coming out in like February. For Honor comes out in February, which is a MOBA, but it's probably more fun than Destiny would be for you. I hope I'm making sense. You know, if you're strapped for cash, $30 for a DLC, and a very limited DLC with what it offers, is definitely not the way to go. You're just better off saving your money and waiting for a full game to come out and just buy that. And in terms of full games coming out for $60, by far your best bang for your buck this holiday season. And this pertains to parents too. If somehow a parent is watching my channel, God help you if you are. That means a lot for me because I'm an atheist. Lord help you if you're watching my channel. But if you're a parent and you're trying to figure out what to get your kid for Christmas, and you know, times is tough and you're strapped for cash too as a parent, you know, raising a child, Skyrim, I know I keep going to Skyrim, but it's like the most bang for your buck because you not only get the game, but you get all of the DLCs associated with it. And I know it's a mature rated game, but it's like an RPG. There's no like tits or ass or anything like that in the game. Though, however, mods are coming out, so I guarantee you someone's going to sneak in a nudity mod, just like they do for Fallout. But if you're a parent and you're considering, you know, getting your kid like the cards, you know, those cards you buy at Walmart that has the code for like so much cash on Xbox Live, you know, it's like $25 worth of cash. They used to have Microsoft points, but they don't do that anymore. If you're considering that, probably should tell your kids not to get Rise of Iron. I mean, I'm not trying to be like an asshole and be like, fuck Destiny, Destiny's a shit game. It's really not a shit game, but to charge $30 for fucking DLC that's limited in what it offers, it's really the same damn thing every fucking time. Every time they come out with a DLC, it's like 1 or 2 extra strikes, a handful of missions, a couple more exotics, and then a fucking raid everyone shits their pants over. I really just don't see where it's worth $30. If it was like 15, I could understand. Like 15, hell, maybe even 20, but that's kind of a reach. But for $30, there are full games on Xbox Live that cost $30. Full games. I'm pretty sure you could get Far Cry 3 for $30. Not Primal, because that's still pretty recent, but Far Cry 3 you could probably get for $30. And that's a full fucking game. I think it's just Bungie trying to, you know, line their pockets off the hype of this game. But again, it's just my opinion. It's just my opinion, people. Calm down. And a lot of people are really experiencing that struggle. And I understand that struggle. I really do. But, as I said, it's my opinion. Everyone's entitled to their own. If you really like Destiny, if you think you're gonna really enjoy this DLC for what it's worth, then by all means, spend the $30 and get it. Even if you are strapped for cash. If you really think you're gonna enjoy it, then get it. It's all according to personal preference. But for someone on the fence, still not certain, should I really spend my $30 for this? Probably not. Destiny, it's a great game, but I really think Bungie is trying to just reach into your back pocket and rip the money right out of your ass. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. Drop a like if you liked the video. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe, and I will see you later.